Hey guys, Jasper here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the latest version of my Avatar the Game save editor. In this video, it is in version 2.2. If you're watching this in the future, it may be updated, it might not be. It just depends on if I feel like adding any more features, I guess you can say. Let's focus on the PC side, since that's where most of the modding will be done. So PC. Alright, so as you can see, the PC side is loaded. This is going to be an in-depth showcase of everything that is currently in the save editor. So let's start with file operations. You have load save file, view XML, save changes. It tells you if you have a save file loaded or not, which we currently do not. You can have a dupe save file and settings. Okay, so let's go ahead and load save file. I'm just going to load this one, and it loaded successfully. View XML file, we'll come back to that one. Save changes, so it displays your save file name, dupe save file, and then settings. So if you duplicate the save file, this allows you to rename the save. That way you can, if you like the save but you wanted a different name, this is basically what this does. So I'm going to keep that for now. Settings tab, this is a new thing. This is experimental. I'm still working on this. There is background music, but I have it turned down for copyright reasons. There's background music, there's buttons. Some of these work, some of these don't work. Like I said, this is the experimental stage of it. Logging, this is file logging. This is mainly for like the console. Backups, this is for y'all. How many backups do you want to make per character? This is the folder name, the backup suffix, and then this is the window. So if you're on a smaller screen, you can change the size. This is experimental as well. That's why I have it at the size that it's currently at. This does require you to restart the editor, so you save it and then you would have to reopen it. Okay, and then you can reset to defaults if you wanted to. So now we can move on to view XML. So you click view XML. This will let you view your save file in a readable format, basically like an XML file. So if you double click the save game, it expands it. You can see the metagame and the player profile. What these are is the metagame is the conquest minigame, and the player profile is your save file information that is related to single player. If you were to double click these, it has player 0, player 1, and the territories. Player 0 is RDA, and player 1 is Na'vi. Then you have the territories. There's 67 territories. Then you have player profile. If you double click this, it gives you all your information about your save file. This is basically what it looks like in the save file itself. So it won't look as nice because I have it in a hierarchy format. You can expand all, collapse all, and then close. Now we can move over to this side. It displays your game time, your play time, and environmental time. You can change the time, but there's a lot that goes into figuring out the time changes. So for now, I just recommend using my mod, the just nighttime, and just leaving it to default. Future Zebra here, and I realized I didn't really explain this well. Basically, each level / map in the game has Lua scripts that control the time cycle, so it freezes it, sets it to a certain time, that kind of thing, as well as an environmental file, which is called the .game.xml file, which also sets the time to a specific time. You also need to change these as well, which my mod already does, which is why I said it's recommended to use mine, and you just change it via the time changer. Okay, so I hope that clears it up. That's basically it for the file operations. Now we move to the player stats. So the player stats is separated into 3 tabs. You have the character and settings, and then your RDA equipment and your Na'vi equipment. So starting from the character and settings, it displays your character name. Future Zebra here again, and a feature I forgot to mention about the character name text box is that you can edit your name there. Just click on it, enter a new name, save the changes, and your new name will show up in game as well. Just thought I'd mention that since I forgot to say it. Your faction, the gender you are, the side, the face, the pawn, the current location, and the coordinates of that location. The cool thing about this is you can change your faction, your side, and your pawn. If you change your pawn, let's say RDA, it swaps it to the human, and then like you want to go to Na'vi, it swaps it back to the Na'vi. RDA. These are a lot of features that I have been adding basically. Then you move on to the total XP, your max out button, and you can add custom EP, which stands for experience points. If you're going to do add custom EP, just know that it will add on top of what you currently have. So if I had 548,150 and I wanted to add 200,000 XP, then that would be 748,150. 50. It adds to your current amount of XP you have. Then this is the player EPs. This is for the Conquest minigame. I still haven't renamed this, but I will get to that eventually, I swear. Basically, this is for the Conquest minigame. Player 0 is, I believe, RDA, and player 1 is Navi. Then you have a cost reduction. This is also related to the Conquest minigame. As far as I know, these were never implemented. Then you have the recovery bits. You only care about the first 2 digits, but you always want to keep the last 0. 50 or 500 is the max you can go. Anything higher will reset back down to 5. It takes 100, which is 1 full revive in the game. So 500 would be 5 revives in the game, and that is the max. You can't go any higher. If you do like 900, it'll let you see it, but as soon as you go down, it'll go back down to that 5. Then you have entity scanning, first person mode, and rumble enabled. First person mode is a little janky because it wasn't really meant to be a thing, but it is there if you wanted to test it out. Rumbling is disabled because I don't play with rumble on. That's pretty much it for this characters and settings tab. Let's move on to the next one. So you have your RDA equipment. Like I said, I've made some major GUI changes, just polishing it a little bit. You have the armor tab, and as you can see, there's armor previews of what it is right now. So let's say I wanted to do like the Warhog helmet 2, it'll change. And I wanted to do the Titan chest, there it is right there. And I wanted to do the Viper leg armor, so there we go right there. Looks a little weird, like leg day, where you at, but it does preview all the armor. You can do reset ammo, remove duplicates, add DLC armor, add all weapons, and add all skills. Now, a big one that I've been wanting to do for a long time is this outfit manager. So let's say I wanted to create an outfit. What you would do first is you would have your outfit selected. So I'm just gonna make a quick outfit real quick. So let me do this one, Titan, and then Titan legs. So this is my go-to. This is the one that I like the most. You go to outfit manager and it tells you what your current outfit is, and you can save it. It'll tell you enter a name. So I'm just gonna do let's do spec and then ops. Okay, save, and it's saved successfully. So there it is right there. So now if let's say I want to just put on a random armor real quick, and right there. Okay, so if I go to outfit manager and I go, oh, I want to wear my spec ops armor. So load, and it loads your outfit. Kind of like a loadout manager, but just for outfits, I guess. Moving on, we have the weapons tab. Now, this doesn't look as pretty because I'm still working on getting some screenshots of the weapons. This is what we got for right now. You have the dual warlock pistols. Now, the DLC weapons and the normal weapons all use the same icon. So like, for example, if I have the regular dual pistols, nothing changes. And if I go back to the warlock pistol, nothing changes. That's because they use the same icon. Just know that you cannot switch the top slot if you have the DLC weapons enabled, okay? For whatever reason, that's how it is. We haven't figured it out yet, so you cannot change the top slot if you have the DLC weapons enabled. So just focus on the right, down, and left slots. The infinite ammo does work. It just makes this 99999, so you can feel free to just click it right there. It'll make it infinite ammo. So now we have the skill tab, and in the skill tab you have all of the skills in the game as well as my custom one. Okay, so with my custom skills you are able to spawn certain vehicles and mounts, but you need my mod, which is just nighttime, that has my custom skills in it. Now you're only able to spawn the vehicle slash mount where that object is already in the level, if that makes sense. If I wanted to spawn a buggy or a dove, I would need to be in a level where it already has it. I'm currently finding a way to figure this out and have it do a workaround. There is a way to do it, but it breaks other animations in the level, but that's a whole different video. Moving on, so this also has a skill preview as well. Now we can move on to the Navi equipment. So same thing as the RDA one, has different armor pieces and stuff like that. Same thing with like the outfit manager right here. You can do it for the outfit manager for the Navi, just whatever you really want to do. Same thing for the weapons. It displays the weapons, lets you know if it's melee or not. Same thing, it has skills. There are custom skills too, but you want to use my just nighttime mod. You can add all the Navi armor, skills, and weapons and DLC items as well. So that's pretty much it for the player stat tabs. Now we can move on to the territory tabs. The player stat tab was the biggest one out of all of them. These other ones are kind of small. So you have the territory control. This is for the conquest minigame. This allows you to basically edit certain territories or all territories if that's what you want. Starting with the quick action tab. tab, you have apply hard mode. Now, as you can see, it says do not use if you haven't picked a faction yet. What this means is if you just started the game and you haven't picked a side, basically you haven't made it past the mission, the choice, it is not recommended for you to do this because the thing that you need in your save file has not been added there by the game yet. And you can't even access the conquest minigame until you pick a faction anyway. So there's really no point in trying to do this. For the people who have made it past this and who already have a side and who want to make it a little bit more of a challenge, you can apply hard mode. And it'd basically say like, oh, you don't want to do this if you haven't picked a faction yet. So since I am Na'vi, it is added hard mode to the 63 other RDA territories. Okay, so it added 3,000 extra ground troops, 20 ground vehicle units, and 10 air units, okay, on top of what the territories already had. It also enabled all defense flags, so they are very strong now, and each one of them has factories, so they can make more troops wherever they are at. They don't have to make troops in one and then move those troops around. They can just all create new troops. Needless to say, it is a bit harder, but if you wanted to edit one, you'd go here and you go to territory and you're able to edit all of them you want. So base units you can change the ground units over here, this, and you can change the defense flags and stuff like that as well. And then you just apply changes or reset editor. Moving on, you have the achievements tab. This is very work in progress. This has not been tested yet, but all the names are there. You complete all achievements, tells you your stats and stuff about it. But like I said, this is very work in progress. Take this with a grain of salt. This most likely will not work. But the PC version never had achievements, so this really would only matter for the Xbox side or the PlayStation side. But since the PlayStation side does not work, this mainly only matters for the Xbox 360. But like I said, I have not tested this. I might get around to doing it. Who knows? Next is your maps. This tells you all the maps that you have currently discovered or been to. You have your checkpoints. This tells you all the checkpoints that you have visited. So checkpoints are just like checkpoints in the game that you have visited, basically. Then you have the Pandorapedia. This is a pretty big one that everybody was wanting. You can, so in the quick action tabs, you have discover all articles right here. So this sets them to discover not seen, which is the orange that you see, and the seen is you have, or the, I guess, red is the green that you see. You can mark them all as red, you can mark them all as undiscovered, you can mark them all as discovered. Discover all article marks them as discovered but not seen yet. So it allows you to go inside your game and look at all of them, but I have all of them discovered already. So missions is the next tab. I still have not updated the mission names from the last save editor video because I've just been working on other tools. Take this with a grain of salt. Map pins, this was another big one where we wanted to figure more about. So you can do unlock all pins. I would not recommend it. You can lock all pins for whatever reason if you wanted to, and then you can also click on one and you could do unlock selected, or if one is already, you can't lock a locked one, but if you wanted to lock an unlocked one, you could. The only ones you really care about are the 2 dev rooms. That's pretty much it. Then you have all of these. These are the other unreleased / cut locations that we do not currently have access to. You have the sounds. So again, these are not the actual names. These are AI generated because I didn't feel bothered to type all of these out. I just kind of just let it do its thing, and it gave me random names. Some of these might actually be right. Most of them are not though. Then we have the tutorial database. Okay, this lets you know the different tutorials you have. Most of these are not right, they are wrong. And you have the vehicle knowledge. Now these are the different tutorial pop-ups that actually pop up when you get inside of a certain vehicle, basically. Then you have your skills tab. These are all the skills that are in the game that are part of all of the NPC / player stuff, basically. Okay, so that was pretty much it for the save editor. It is still being worked on. If you have any questions about it or you want to know how to do something specific, join the Discord, go to the suggestion channel and be like, hey, I want to see blank blank added to the save editor. I think it'd be pretty cool, and I will talk with you more about it and we can come up with an idea together. Other than that, thanks for watching. I know this video is a little bit on the longer side, but I just wanted to put this out here with all the major GUI changes. Yeah, like, subscribe, see you in the next video. See ya.